Everything you need to know about oil rig and displacement reactions, but not oil rigs. Roll the graphic. Hi there, I'm Paul. This is Science That Sticks, and in this session I'm going to go through everything you need to know about oil rig. In other words, oxidation is the loss of electrons, reduction is the gain of electrons. Now this is mainly for higher tier students for GCSE. If you're doing foundation, this video is not for you. Unless you really want to nerd out on this and know where electrons go and so on, and help yourself, just enjoy it. But displacement reactions, as we've covered in previous videos, you will notice that a reactive element pushes a lesser reactive element out of a compound, leaving that one on its own. It's a wonderful way of extracting metals. Let's look at something that's pretty easy to understand in terms of an exchange, a displacement reaction. Let's look, for example, at magnesium with copper sulfate, our good old friends once again. Now, in this particular reaction, what I'm going to talk to you about is stuff that your science teacher would have told you, but you can actually relate what they know and what you know and what I know and what I'm about to tell you together. If you have an element, we're going to assume that you've got an atom of it, and all atoms are neutral. That means they have the same number of protons and electrons. Now, the proton number, we really don't care about this in chemistry. We do care about where the electrons are going. Because this has the same number of protons as electrons, it's neutral. This, on the other hand, is an ionic salt. Copper happens to have 2 electrons missing. The SO4 polyionic group happens to be negatively charged, so these two are electrostatically attracted to one another. Dead easy. We've covered this, by the way. However, when this reacts with this, there is a transfer of electrons. The 2 electrons that are in the outer shell for magnesium are transferred to copper in this displacement. So what we see is magnesium loses electrons. And so on this side, the magnesium becomes +2. The SO4 does not change its charges whatsoever, so it remains as it is. Because the copper was Cu2+, it gains 2 electrons, becoming copper the element. So what we now see is magnesium loses electrons. Oxidation is loss. The magnesium has been oxidized. The copper has gained electrons. It has been reduced. That's it. All you need to do is think to yourself, what's an element? That one's the element. That has all its electrons in its outer shell. What group is it in? It's in group 2. It's got 2 electrons it's going to give up. And it does. Copper, although it's a transition element, does only give up, as far as GCSE students are concerned, 2 electrons, which means also it's going to gain 2 electrons. That's it. That really is it for this. Go away, go learn it. Do some examples, write some up yourself. Until next time, stay cool, go crush it, win awards and crush your exams. Bye-bye.